Hello everyone and welcome back. And today we're going to just keep doing our escalation. And we're going to start by getting the gathering dinos. So we're looking for Dodix, we're looking for Ankies, and eventually we're going to have to go up north and try to get ourselves a mammoth. That one's going to be the toughest one. And to help us with this, that trap back there is our secret weapon. One square with some walls. Obviously, I don't want to try to tame this thing on the mountains, because mountains are dangerous, so we'll just grab it with this fancy argent, bring it back to a safer spot, knock it out, and do what we have to do. Fairly simple. First, we're going to start checking over there with Giga Mountain, and then we'll come over here to this one, if that one doesn't pan out. So yeah, overall, it's going to be a pretty simple day. The last few days have been a little chaotic, with Pretty helping me and building a base and getting the fences and all that crazy stuff we've been doing. But as we get more settled in, it should get a little calmer, a little less chaotic when it comes to the episode structures. Here's the bad thing about Dodix and dealing with them. Yeah, see, they do that right there. So he got so hurt that he balls up, and then the predator has ADHD and it thinks that it's a rock and just leave it alone. Now the Dodic is just kind of stuck like this, right? So Dodics are essentially immortal. Like, you can't, unless you intervene, the Dodic will never die, because it'll just keep balling up, and when it balls up, then the predators just ignore it. But one thing I have learned is that Dodics will not uncurl themselves if they are in water. So even though it is physically impossible to kill this thing, because its arbor is insane right now, it will just eventually run out of oxygen and die that way, giving a chance for a better Dodic to show up. There we go. At the start. Alright, see? I thought I saw something over 100 in that pile. It's over here. Well, this isn't exactly what we came out looking for, but we have to make do with what the cart gives us. And saber-tooths are good for going into caves, doing getting the artifacts and all that. They're small, they're powerful. You can put a decent saddle on them, so we'll take it. There you go, there you go. Sleepy time. Don't talk about it. We're right. And we have a winner. Hey. Alright, I think a little bit of explanation is needed, since we just went from an Anki to a mammoth in a trap out by the north. I was unaware when I started doing all of this how much memory it takes to hold all of these recordings. So while I was flying around trying to find things to tame, I ran out of room, so I wasn't actually recording anything. And it wasn't until I was here and put this guy in a trap that I looked down and saw that the recording was paused. So thankfully Pretty had an external hard drive, that had plenty of space in it, and we hooked it up, and I started recording onto there, which is why we had such a giant jump. Like I said, I was not aware how much memory it took to hold a bunch of recordings, but I was trying to record these at a very high quality, and that in turn means they take a lot of space. Fortunately, that problem in the future will be resolved by me buying an external hard drive that will store all of this stuff for me. But yeah, so still learning things. So only taming this guy up with berries means that we have been sitting here for a good while, just making sure that he's okay. Bad thing about taming anything near the north is between the dire wolves, the argents, the UDs, the carnos, everything wants to kill you. And we're not in the north technically, but we're right next to it. There it is, right there. And taming him up with berries means that this has taken a very, very long time. Fortunately, you as the viewer do not have to actually put up with that. I do. This is what happens when you don't have kibble, but it was a hard tame to pass up. A very powerful mammoth. It's definitely going to help us get everything that we need as far as wood and thatch is concerned. So it took me a few hours of dealing with it, but she is going to be absolutely worth it in the end. And there she goes. All we gotta do is just cryo her up and take her home. So this is the Wrecking Crew. Mammoth, Ankylodic, Sabertooth that we found. That would be good in caves. And there is an argent brooding over in the corner. But yeah, with this, we can actually gather up resources fast enough and start building our base. So the next episode should be us putting the base together. So quick episode here, knocking some stuff out, taming it up. If you guys liked it, hit the like button. I appreciate it. And until next time, have fun in your adventures, and see you on the next arc.